All right, so today we're going to talk about use cases. Use cases are basically a list of actions or events, or in our case, a lot of times steps, defining the interactions between an actor and a system. So, an actor, in our case, being the player, the user using our game, and the system being a game, okay, to achieve a goal. So, you can create use cases on paper by drawing them, you can do them using SmartArt, you can do it in Paint, it doesn't matter. The one thing I will tell you is that there's a couple general things that are used. This has a square, which is absolutely fine, but a lot of times it is actually a stick figure that's used. I would recommend using a stick figure just because you see it a lot, okay, for use cases, and that's absolutely fine to use because the point of use cases is the user, okay? So in this case, the actor, the player, the person playing our game. Then it's going to lead to all the different options. Also with use cases, it is generally ovals or these circles, okay? They're not rectangles or squares. A lot of things are a little more flexible on the format, but you should stick to that similar format here. Now, as far as colors and anything like that, that doesn't really matter. It's not important. You can use any template or format that you want for that. The examples that I give you, this one is a game where you have your player, but they have to actually register and pay a bill, actually buy the product and that kind of thing. So yours may not be that advanced, or it might. You can follow that if it is. And this one's a little more basic. Okay, so it shows your player, and then the options that they have in the beginning is to exit, load a game, go to a help screen, start a new game, or save a game they're currently in. So those are their options from that start screen. Based on those options, that depends on where it takes them. So obviously if they're saving, nothing's happening, it just saves. If they're exiting, it's just exiting. You don't need to describe that. But for their help screen, it actually takes them to help contents and about the game. If they choose a new game, this game in particular takes them to different skill sets, beginner, intermediate, advanced. Now, yours may take them directly to level 1 if they don't have skill sets, which is absolutely fine. I'll give you an example based on Mario. I have video games on the brain. Based on Monopoly. So once again, like I said, this stick figure is actually common. It is absolutely fine to use it. It is not unprofessional, it's what's used a lot. So they have their little stick figure. And then it leads to all their different options, right? So in this case, you enter the player info because this is actually a game based on Monopoly. You move, and on that move, there's a ton of different options here. Pass, go, sell, go to jail, visit jail, go to free parking, roll dice, pay rent, and so on. So all the different options that you have within there are listed. So if you can go, based on this, when you do your new game and you start level 1, you can then do a ton of options here. If you have a lot of choices within your game, you can absolutely say move player, run into enemy, shoot enemy, collect coins, whatever you have going on here, you can absolutely list them off of that player one. And I would recommend putting all that information in because that's part of how your user will use the game. It's part of what your use case is. And here they also have different options as far as trade, get out of jail, buy a house, because those are different options that they can do if they're not moving, right? They have to automatically do these things. So keep in mind, use cases aren't as complex as we think them to be. And it's one of the things that should be done very early on. Really before even your business requirements and things are done, it should be done before those, which I think a lot of people don't think about, but your use cases directly affect your business requirements. Remember, those business requirements are based on what our user needs are. The use cases are what's determining that. Okay, it's what's determining what's going on, what they're able to do. Yours could be completely different from this or very similar depending on what options you have within your game. But you can absolutely put those different options that your player has over and over and over. Now, if it's specific to one certain thing in your game, you may not put that. But for a case like this, and for a lot of our games, right, a side-scrolling platformer, it's generally your options are move forward, jump, collect a coin, do whatever. It's those same options over and over. You can absolutely put them on the use cases. If you have any questions on what use cases are or how to create them, just come see me.